that out the way right quick, John. No, I don't want to stop. I just want to get it out the way. What's going on? What's going on? We're here to talk about a little Durk situation. I keep trying to tell y'all. I did a video not too long ago, trying to show you that the feds, they can tap into anybody, damn near anybody, and turn them against you. So you never know. And sometimes not only even dealing with your own crew, it's just sometimes there's people that just sitting out here that you would never know that would be part of the feds in the first place. So, all of this crime that we say that we want to keep doing and thinking that we're getting away, a lot of times the feds will let you get away with it. They'll let you get away. They will let you get away with offing someone or unaliving someone, and then at the same time they would watch it, let it happen, and then arrest you for it years later, because what they're doing is they're trying to get as much information on the case as possible, and that's tying you to it. But then not only that, you're thinking about little Durk, man, 30 years old. All of this stuff happened about 5 or 6 years ago, and it's just now catching up with them. And that's one thing that we got to wear. That's one thing that we think about, that we get away. But man, it's nothing that you do. Even if you don't get caught by the police or the feds or whatever, you still being seen by someone. And a lot of times, when I look at the situation, when you're around when you're doing dirt with a lot of people, 9 times out of 10, if you're doing dirt with 5 people, 3 of them gonna tell, maybe 2. You got some that's that's gonna be down real and all this other type of stuff, but 9 times out of 10, they gonna tell. And I remember a long time ago, and I'm not advocating for this. But I remember one of my cousins, he told me a long time ago, I'm probably about 11 or 12 years old, and he was, introducing me to, that lifestyle, street lifestyle. And he said, I remember him walking me down the block, and he told me, he said, whatever you do, anything that you choose to do, dirt, crime, sell dope, whatever it is, always do it by yourself. Because what happens is when you always with a group of people, somebody gonna end up telling. So I remember him walking me through, the streets. I was probably about 11 or 12 years old, and he was showing me just a group. It was a group of people that was together. And he said, man, never hang out in a group like this, because what happens is that's gonna get you, that can get you caught up quicker than anything. And I stood. I mean, during my prime years of the things that I done, I stood with that up until I got to a certain state. We did some things and ended up getting with a group. And as soon, man, everything that he said came to pass, because it was somebody within that group. I got away, but it was somebody within the group that had told him. So I mean, I'm not advocating for people to do crime. I'm not at all. But I do understand, the rules of, the less you have, the less is best. Less is best. But we're gonna get right into it. And I'm not advocating for little Durk. Situations like that, man. $30 million. Man got $30 million. Why you still worried about what's going on? Why you still worried about what's going on in the streets? You got $30 million. $30 million. You got $30 million. You probably got over $30 million by now. But young, impulsive, 5 years ago, 25, probably with an undeveloped brain. But, as you get older, you start thinking things different and you try to distance yourself from that. But that stuff came back on them. But as with an undeveloped brain. Let's look into this. We're gonna I'm not gonna get into was gonna get into a little bit of. Let's look at this right quick, y'all.
Are you looking to establish your business using an address other than your home? Well, at iPostal One.
Hey, Charlie Tanya, Chicago-born rapper Durk appeared before a federal judge in Florida this morning. He was arrested there Thursday in a murder for hire plot. Coming off his first Grammy win earlier this year, Chicago-bred rapper Durk is now facing charges in connection to a murder for hire plot. The 32-year-old was born Durk Banks. U.S. Marshals took Banks into custody on Thursday in Broward County. Banks appeared in federal bond court this morning. Now, details about the rapper's arrest or charges have not been released. 5 members of Durk's Only the Family group, also known as OTF, were indicted by a California grand jury this week on charges of conspiracy to commit murder for hire. Banks' arrest comes just weeks after he was named in a lawsuit.
Think about that, man. He in a situation now that's gonna pull him away from his family. People that's depending on him finally got a chance, you know what I'm saying, a family, finally got, making legal money. But the first thing we want to do is we want to be the boss. We want to be the kingpin. We want to call shots. We want to do this. We want to do that. We want to do things nah, man, that ain't worth it.
Which alleges the rapper had a hand in a 2020 gang-related deadly shooting of a Chicago rapper, F.B.G. Duck, born Carlton Weekly. Weekly was killed in the Gold Coast neighborhood by a group of masked men as he waited to enter a high-end store. 6 reported gang members were convicted of carrying out Weekly's murder. Weekly's mother spoke with ABC7's Carrie Jordan after filing the lawsuit.
Not a day goes by that I don't think about him and the life that was taken from him.
Now, Lil Durk and his team did not comment on that lawsuit. Be sure to update you when we learn more about the charges the rapper is now facing.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
So, man, just sitting back thinking about that situation. Y'all tell me y'all thoughts on it. You got a young kid with $30 million about to change his future, he could change the life of his family, he could change the life of his bloodline, and you get caught up in these type of charges. Man, we gotta think, man. And my thing is like, where are the Jay-Z and these old school, you know what I'm saying, like some of these celebs that can actually get these people Jay Prince, where are some of these cats at? I know they got power within the industry to stop that, but I don't think they want to stop it because it's to our detriment. It's to our detriment. Somebody probably can come in there and buy now he, he in a situation like this, ain't no telling who finna come in there and get the buy the masters for cheap. Because what happens is when you're going through stuff like this, murder for hire plot, come on, man, this is gonna cost money. This gonna cost some money. 100 mil? I know he probably got over 100 mil by now. Well, it's gonna cost some money to get out this. But we keep putting ourselves in these same situations. Man, y'all tell me what y'all think about that. What you would do is, you know, you got 100 mil, 30 mil. You gotta have a plan for it. Because I'm telling you, the first thing people want to do is get gangster. And that ain't the route. That ain't the route.